Hey, gorgeous. Happy Friday Eve. I know all is well because we're here together, and that means all is good for me in my life, in my world, if I'm here enjoying it with you. So, how am I doing? I'm doing pretty good. It has been an eventful day. Sciatic nerve, it's nagging, but I've learned what's my trigger. And so I'm working on that. And every time I do that, so today I went out and had a cup of coffee from Starbucks with Martina. And we were going to go find a lake to sit by to hear some water, but we couldn't think of somewhere to sit. So the cutest thing, Martina turns on her phone and puts lake sounds on. So we are sitting in our car in the parking lot, sipping our tea and coffee, having our little eggs, and we're listening to the sounds of water while we're just talking. It was so amazing. So much love and just such a cute gesture. So it kind of goes into our mindfulness challenge. The biggest thing about the mindfulness challenge is truly being mindful, right? And as we've been going through the challenge, it has called upon us to be honest with ourselves, to truly look inside, look around us, and be mindful of everything that's happening, things that are in our control and things that are not in our control. But you're mindful of what's happening. And we have a mindful mindset, a skilled mindset. When we have the tools, we can navigate life and live it, not just be there, right? We're not here to just be here. We're here to enjoy life. And when we have opportunities and challenges that come upon us, we're able to navigate through it and see the beauty of all things work in our favor. So I have an exercise for us to do tonight. It's going to take you some time. I want you to take time. I want you to, when you do this exercise, I want you to be in a space, even if you can only do 5 or 10 minutes tonight and do 5 or 10 minutes tomorrow, however long it takes for you to do it. But the goal is to dig deep and be truly honest with yourself, okay? I first would ask that you're by yourself. So do this where, if you have kids, you've put them down. If you have a spouse, be like, hey, or a significant other, I need about 10 minutes to myself, 30 minutes, whatever that looks like. And truly center yourself. So go back and get some of those tools that I've given as we've gone through to center yourself. And if you need help, you can always reach out to me. And learning how to center yourself, meditate, get into that space where you're centered and rooted. And you can tap into your heart, which will give you the answers. Because our heart, for me, is connected to the divine. So when we are able to connect to our heart, we get the answers we need straight from the divine. Okay? So you're going to need 2 things outside of your getting into your space and getting yourself grounded. You're going to need a piece of paper and a pen. The first thing you're going to do on your piece of paper is you're going to put your name in the center of it, okay? Your government name. Not a nickname. Your government name. Why are we using our government name? You're using a name that you were truly given, because there's meaning in your true name. A lot of times we get nicknames, and that creates another persona, another personality. It's a mask versus our true name. Also, sometimes a lot of us don't go by our true names because we feel ashamed or it has some type of negative connotation with it. So you want to take the power back. It's your name. It is you. It is what is the essence of you. Okay? So that's going to be the first thing. The second thing you're going to do is, it doesn't matter which corner you do it in, the next part you're going to write is what others have called me. Okay, what is this section about? What others have called me. What are some things that people have called you that it's not your name? So like I can give you an example. When I was younger, I was called Blackstreet. I was called Midnight. I was called Pat Rice. I was called a lot of things that were not my name. Okay? Write all of those things out. Dig. And that's why I say you have to sit and be still, because we're pulling that stuff out. We want to clean that stuff out, because that's internally writing stories for you over and over again, and you're attaching your value to it. We want to negate that. We want to clear that out. We want to rewrite that so that you can thrive. But if you're holding on to that, those names, and I think I've said it to you before, it's not what they call you, it's what you answer to. So sometimes when we still have those names associated with us, we're answering to it. We want to stop that cycle, okay? So next, part 2 is any negative ideas I have agreed to. What does that mean? Anything that someone has put out about you that's negative and you've agreed to it. Someone can say, oh, Jody, she's clumsy. And Jody agreed to it. Or Jody, she'll never get far. And Jody agreed to it. Or Jody starts to say to herself that she's clumsy. She's co-signing. She's agreeing to it. It's giving her a lack and limited belief system. So that's what we're going to do in that section. We're going to write that stuff out. Get it all out. Doesn't matter how big or small. It all adds up over time. Remember, pennies create dollars. So they may be 1 cent, but over time it gives you $1, and $1 becomes more and more and more. We want to change that, okay? So then now we're going to move to who am I? Who am I? So you've gone through what other people have called you. You've gone through the negative ideas that you've co-signed to. Now this is who are you when no one's looking? Who are you at the root? And let those be, even as scary as it can be, write them out. You may hear beautiful. You may hear gorgeous, successful, lovable, comforting, amazing. Write it down. It's scary because some of us have not even experienced someone telling us that. But if we're tapped into our heart that's with the divine, he's telling you. He's telling you you're gorgeous, my beautiful child. You lack nothing. You are complete. You are whole. Write it down. Okay? The next part is who do I want to be? This is where you get to be that inner child, right? Who do you want to be? Write it down. There's no limitation. I want to be a successful entrepreneur making billions of dollars. Write it down. I want to be a veterinarian. I want to be a seamstress. I want to be a singer. Write it down. This is when you get to really dream and put it on paper. It's your reality. It's your world. We've cleaned out all that gunk that other people have piled on you. And we're going to start putting in some of that good stuff that is you. You know what? We're not putting it in there. It's there. It's just got poop on top of it. We're going to get that stanky stuff out there, okay? And so the last part is what makes me complete? I think for me, that's the hardest. Know that you are already complete. Hold that part. Everything you need, you have. But sometimes we have to write it down. So what makes me complete? I'll give you an example. Being understood. But I have to also understand that those that are for me will understand me and understand the message that I have. Being seen. But also I have to understand that those that are ready to receive me, they'll see me. Write it down. What does that look like for you? So that's your homework for tonight. Tomorrow we'll come and dig more into it because there's going to be a part 2. If you need help, again, reach out to me. I'm here to help you and assist you. I love you, and I'll see you tomorrow.